welcome back. Today is your 2021 frequently asked questions from buyers. Now, since I'm a mortgage loan originator now, my questions have changed a little bit, but I'm going to also, somewhere up here, I'm going to link to you the frequently asked questions from 2019 or a video I did in the past. But stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. All right, thanks for coming back to the channel. Before we get started, go ahead and click that like button. You will want to reference this video at a later date. You might be able to help a friend, or you might be able to get information for helping yourself to buy a home this year in 2021 or in the near future. All right, now my number one. Normally people start and go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what I normally do. But today I'm going to start with my number one most frequently asked question, which is, should I buy now or should I wait? Now, there's so much talk about the real estate market crashing, or, prices are going to be half just like it did in 2008. From my understanding and my studies, if we do have a price correction to the housing market prices, it's not going to be half as bad as it was in 2008. Now, why is this? What's different now? Well, you ever heard of that saying, learn from your mistakes? Well, apparently the government learned from previous mistakes, and there are so many measures in place at this time that will prevent the market from drastically crashing. Now, some of these changes are extended loan programs, modifications, and the modifications are easier and simpler than they were back when the market crashed in 2008. So, should you wait? My answer would be no. You want to start today. And the reason is that you never know. These prices could continue to go up, 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 and up. And here in Michigan, in my market, our average price is about $125,000 if we want to use an average price in the Metro Detroit area. So with that being said, we're quite a bit lower than most states. And Michigan and Detroit is on the rise. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new average home price really soon. All right, speaking of Metro Detroit, my second most frequently asked question about home buying is, I co-signed for my son to get a vehicle. Will that stop me from buying a house today? Well, that question all depends. Each individual is different, so we would definitely need to look at your whole profile in order to answer that question. For example, the reason it's difficult to answer that is because one person might co-sign for their significant other or son, and they could make $50 an hour at their job, and they've been on their job for 10 years plus. Whereas another person who co-signs for their job, for their son or daughter or something like that, suppose they've only been on the job for 2 years and they make $30 an hour. So you see how that's different? Also, assets, and there are a lot of different factors to consider. So, but even though everybody is different, I don't recommend anybody co-sign for anybody if you plan to buy a house. Always get your house first, take care of home first, and then help others. That's just like when you're on the airplane and they say if something happens, put your mask on first before you put somebody else's on. So you can't, it's difficult, it's a challenge to help somebody else until you take care and help yourself. So no co-signing. Third most frequently asked question is down payment assistance. All right, so a lot of people are wondering, how do I get this down payment assistance that I consistently hear about? All right, so what I want to say is there are a variety of down payment assistance programs. In the city of Detroit, there are certain banks that offer programs. Sometimes you can get down payment assistance through the MISHDA program, and sometimes there are special mortgage loan officers who have special programs. So I am working on something myself, and I want you to give me a call to see if you can qualify. Okay, the next most frequently asked question is student loans. All right, so I get quite a few people who say, hey, I really want to buy a house, but I tried last year or I tried 2 years ago and I couldn't because I have high student loan debt. And even though I'm not paying the loans back, they are considering that I'm going to pay 1% of that student loan. So now some people have student loans in the six-figure area. So 1% of that is quite significant. But here's the good news. Just this year in 2021, the guidelines for FHA loans and people who have student loans changed. So even if you get into the income based repayment program, right? Say you get in that income repayment program and you're only paying $20 a month on your student loans now, that can be a factor. It's no longer automatic 1%. Okay, so contact a mortgage loan officer today if you are seriously considering buying a house and you were denied in the past, because the guidelines have changed and you want to know the new rules and have your profile looked at again. All right, now before we get to our next one, which is another extremely popular frequently asked question, go ahead in the comment section below, let me know which one of these frequently asked questions you want me to further elaborate on or you have questions about. We are at the last frequently asked question. So, who knows about Mattress Money? I am tired of hearing about Mattress Money, okay? So, I get this question a lot. You know, people will say, well, I got money. I have Mattress Money, okay? But my credit just not right. So I can't buy a home for that reason. All right, now, my response to this is, please take that Mattress Money and start to get your credit together. All right, it's, having good credit, it takes time, it takes some learning, and it takes, it takes preparation, okay? And you have to strategically pay some of those bills off. Now, you don't need to pay all of them, especially some of the bills that are extremely old, say more than 2 years old. Sometimes you can dispute some of the stuff on your credit online. Okay, so I'm going to recommend, if you think you have a credit issue, go to ExperienBoost.com. You can sign up for free on ExperienBoost.com. Some items can be disputed right on that website. Okay, and you might need a credit repair person. It might be too much to handle. But what I'm saying is that Mattress Money doesn't necessarily help you if you want to get a mortgage in order to buy a home in 2021. And as I stated earlier, these prices could continue to go up. Now, would you rather, buy at a time where houses are averaging $125,000 with, an average of 3 to 4% interest rates? Or would you like to wait a couple years after you finally decide to tackle your credit and, buy when houses are averaging $250,000 a year with a 6% or 7% interest rate? Because we do know interest rates are going to increase soon with all of that money, that COVID, all of that COVID money in 2020. We're going to have to pay for it soon, sooner or later. So Mattress Money doesn't help you. Go ahead and handle your credit. And also another tip, if you have no idea what your credit score is because you've been afraid to look, go ahead, take a look. Go to creditkarma.com. Now, it's not 100% accurate. but it will give you an idea of where your credit is. So even before you call a loan officer, have some sort of idea what your credit score is, because I don't want to run your credit if you're not ready. All right, now speaking of frequently asked questions, something a little bit off topic, but I do get asked often. People will ask, how do I get started in trading stocks? Okay. A lot of times you can start trading stocks with just a little bit of money. So I'm going to leave my affiliate links below. You can sign up with Webull or Robinhood and you can get a couple free stocks. Also, you can get $10 of free cryptocurrency as well from Coinbase. So go ahead and click on the links below, and I look forward to hearing about your journey with the stock market. To learn more about buying a home using home loans and mortgage financing, or to learn about selling a home or real estate careers, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and hit the bell. That way you're notified when new videos pop up. All right. Thank you again for watching. It's Katina Willis, your empowered realtor and mortgage loan originator. See you next time. Bye-bye.